This video is kind of special to me because I'm going to be talking about one of the most wonderful people I've met being in this community. His name is Cade. He's somebody who entered this community as a student but has gone on to be so much more, not just to me, but as someone that can prove to you that e-commerce can be a real way to make money online. We're going to go through his store and I'm going to show you how he did it. Okay, and he did this by modeling a successful store that makes like $500,000 a month. All right. All he did was model this store, got his first sales online, did over $10,000 in this, and now has gone on to do 20, 30, and even more. So we met in Dubai, and while we were doing a 2-day live event, he showed me his new store that's crossed 10K in sales. Okay. And so this is us, we're chilling in Dubai and he's showing me his store that's doing orders every single day. And again, we hung out, had a great time. I'm going to have my editor put in clips of us, spending 2 days with our students, teaching them everything that we know, everything that we possibly could fit in to 2 days of knowledge. We were able to do that. And now I want to basically take you guys through the same journey because obviously all of you guys weren't able to join us in Dubai, but this is a very powerful story and I want to walk you through exactly how he did it. All right. Why modeling works. And this is like proof in front of your eyes that you can make 10K per month in sales. You can do it profitably and you can go ahead and start generating real revenue online. And this is the exact business that was modeled. Okay. Literally we modeled this business to a T, and we were able to generate our first sales online. Okay. And I'm going to show you exactly how this business makes money, how modeling businesses works, and how we let you do that when you start working with us a little bit more personally. Okay. But I wanted to prove to you that this entire system of modeling, rebuilding specifically with AI, how this could be your first step into actually starting your first profitable online dropshipping business. All right. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right. So what is the business? The business is Therabite. They've done $558,000 a month in sales, and they're not making this money now. Okay, this business got on my radar a year ago when I actually met Cade. And what we helped him do, we helped him create and launch a white label version of this exact same store because we found a store that was obviously doing a ton in revenue, but there was a method to the madness. Okay, and now once you understand the method to the madness, not only will you be able to spot stores like this for yourself, if you ever wanted to model a store, you know how to do it properly. Okay, so what are they doing? They're doing $558,000 in revenue, right? $24,000 a day, 650 orders. Okay. What are they selling? Well, that's the first thing, right? There are 4 parts to this. What's the niche? What's the offer? What are the ads? And what's the funnel? Okay. The niche is the pet niche. Now the pet niche, the reason this niche works so well is because it's a very passion-driven audience. A lot of people say, oh, pet niches are the best. Pet niches are the best for e-commerce, but they don't understand why they're saying it. Well, the reason the pet niche is such a great niche is because there are irrationally passionate people in this niche. And the pet niche is not the only niche for that. On this channel, if you watch us, you will see us every day find many more niches like that. Now, the reason Cade went into this niche is because he genuinely likes pets. I don't know if he's had a pet. I don't think he's had a pet, but I know that he genuinely likes pets. He's had some in his family or some friends, something like that, but he genuinely liked this niche. And when he was talking to me earlier on when we were working together building this business, he told me about all these intricate things that only somebody who actually genuinely likes pets would know. He knew how dogs behave. He knew how dog owners think. He's been around a lot of them to understand what their pain points are or how they make purchasing decisions. The reason the pet niche is such a good niche in e-commerce isn't because some YouTuber online said, oh, pet niches are great. No, it's because there is an irrationally high passion index. Now, people that are passionate about their pets are so passionate that they really don't think too much before making a purchasing decision. When you sell in niches or markets where people aren't really passionate, they have an interest. It may be a faint interest. They like stuff, they don't like stuff, all right? But if you sell to people that are irrationally passionate, okay, think golfers, think people that like to garden, think people who like to paint, think people who like to knit, okay? In all of these different hobbies or passions or interests, there are groups of people that are irrationally passionate, and they become your first dropshipping customers, because dropshipping, think about it, is you, a new business, launching ads to a complete stranger who's never heard of you, thought of you, or will buy from you, right? And a lot of people say, how can you compete with Amazon if you're doing dropshipping? Well, the reason we can compete with Amazon is because in Amazon gets buyers from search traffic. So people go to Amazon already having something in mind that they want to buy, right? But that is not the dropshipping customer. Dropshipping is built on interruption-based marketing. What does that mean? That means if we look at their ads, right? In dropshipping, what happens is you will interrupt someone with an advert for your product that brings to life a problem that they currently have, that agitates the problem, that introduces your solution, and then motivates somebody to buy. Okay? The only person that will buy right off an ad is people that are impulse buyers, that are irrationally passionate about what they are, about the niche or the subject matter. Okay? So what's really important to understand is go into niches where the person is irrationally passionate. And there is no better niche than the pet niche, because people are irrational about their pets, okay? Specifically for this. And now the next thing is the offer, okay? The offer needs to be something that brings about a transformative result, okay? Now, a lot of people will go into these markets, but they won't have something to offer to them. Okay, that's really value filled. Now, what does this particular product do? Well, this particular product is a pet diffuser. It's like a scent for a dog, but what it does is it helps them feel less anxious, and the transformative result that's being delivered is that it stops indoor peeing. Okay, it stops indoor peeing. Okay, this is a huge, because what this thing does is not only it calms the dog, and when you calm your dog, you will get reduced whining, you'll get reduced anxiety, the peeing accidents will stop, the furniture chewing will stop, the aggression will stop, and the reactive attacks will stop. Okay, these are transformative results. Okay, so the first hack that Cade and I did was we went into a niche with an irrationally passionate audience, not because somebody said so. Okay, we understood that people in this niche will spend money with a first-time business because they claim to have the solution to a problem that's dear to their heart. Number two is we solve a transformative problem. Okay, we basically presented, there's a life before, and the afterlife that we presented to them was something that they inherently desired. Okay, it was a big, bold benefit. It was a big problem that we were tackling with our product. Okay, big problems move people. Small problems don't really move the needle a lot. You'll make a little bit of money, but that's it. But big problems move the needle, all right? So that's the second big thing of it. Okay, the third thing is the ads. Okay, now using AI, we were able to generate a ton of great ads. Okay, now look at what this business does for its advertising. Okay, now what they do is, for example, all of their ads are fairly the same style. And the thing is, this business has been around for a really long time. It's been making some serious money for a really long time. Okay, so look at this. Okay, let's take a look at some of their advertising and understand the third aspect, which is how do you introduce a problem, introduce a solution, and make sure that people purchase from you.
Ever buying these dog diffusers again. They stopped her dog's indoor peeing, so she has guests coming over again. It's all because her vet recommended this Therabite diffuser. It copies the scent of natural mama dog pheromones, replacing their anxiety with feelings of soothing calmness. Therapet helps rewire their instincts to go from indoor fountain to peaceful pup, completely odorless to people but powerful for dogs. Plug it in, forget about it, works automatically. First day, less sniffing and circling. Second day, no more leg lifting. Week later, totally different dog. Her couch is...
So again, It's about the story of how this product came into somebody's life and completely changed it around, okay? Again, look at this. It's literally the same length as well, 50 seconds. But in 50 seconds, it's basically the same blueprint, right? What happens as soon as you plug this in with a good hook, right? And they followed this model to a T, right? Good hook. My mom is never buying these dog diffusers again.
My mom is never buying these dog diffusers again. They stopped her dogs in...
Now, this is just a contradictory hook, like why, right? If, why, and then you get into all the reasons why they should, right? And then every shelter in my area uses this, right? It's always a really good hook, but it's coupled with information on how your dog's life is going to transform when you do this. And the best part about this niche is you just need a couple of videos of the product being plugged in, but otherwise you just show happy dogs or sad dogs, and those videos are available online or can be generated with AI. But none of this in advertising is transformational. The reason being is that the benefit is so good, so great, so huge that you can basically show pretty okay ads or pretty normal ads and get an audience's reaction. Because at the end of the day, what does the ad need to do? All the ad needs to do is get a click to the website. Let's check out another ad to just confirm my theory that this is all you need. Look at this. Now, this is a little bit of a longer ad, right? And look at this, right? The dog is peeing nonstop. You show that, right? Jumping the second we walk through the door, explain the problems. I was worried she'd give up on her. That's when we discovered the dog diffuser through the pheromones. Week 2, enjoying her dog, now selling out fast. It's the same story. Good hook, product enters their life, notice significant changes, and buy now, right? And so the thing is, I feel like for a beginner, specifically the way that Cade was, this is an easy product or an easy ad for anybody to create. Okay. Now, finally, the last thing is, where is all of this traffic going to now? So no matter what I click, okay, all of this traffic is going to the same page. It doesn't matter what ad I click. All this traffic is going to the same page. Okay, now this is a beautiful, beautiful page. Okay, because this is not like your typical Shopify store where you're showing a product, a price, a title, and a price, and some bullet points. This is not what it is. This is a meticulously designed page to specifically show someone what is the end result that's going to be achieved as a consequence of purchasing the product. Right over here, for example, stop indoor peeing and anxiety in dogs with a science-driven solution. What a headline. Benefit: how to get X with Y, right? Stop indoor peeing and anxiety with a science-driven solution. These are the two main things that pet owners are looking for. They don't like that their pets are anxious, specifically if you've gotten a new pet, right? Now, this fits really well into one of the things that we spoke about at our 2-day live event is, why would somebody purchase from you when there are so many other people, so many other better suited people out there, okay? And this theory is about the fact that there are always people that are getting their first pet ever, okay? There are going to be thousands upon thousands of people every single day that have for the first time gotten a dog, okay? And even though they know about dogs and they've, kept him, getting a new dog is a huge moment in somebody's life. And now they're going to be introduced to a whole set of problems that they didn't know they had. For example, if somebody's purchased a new dog, okay, they don't know what businesses sell dog products. They don't know what type of dog products to buy. It's like being introduced to this whole new world. Okay. That is the perfect time for them to be introduced to your new business, because they're not as skeptical. They're not as rigid in their buying habits, and they're open to new solutions. Okay. So if they've gotten a dog that's anxious XYZ and they see your ad, you will be, for them, the first person to introduce them to the solution. And if you take them to a page like this that builds this much trust and directly talks to a new dog owner about indoor peeing and anxiety, they would have no reason not to buy from you. Okay. And so I love getting people as soon as they're entering the niche. If I'm positioned as a business that gets somebody as soon as they're entering the niche, that's a great way to put yourself in the flow of money, because these dog owners, they have a hole in their pocket. They have money to burn because they want to spoil this new member of their family, right? You could be the business they use to spoil that person, right? It's going to go to someone, might as well be you. Okay. And so this talks to that person perfectly. All right. Stop indoor peeing and anxiety with dogs with a science-driven solution. Right. Got these results in a few weeks. Did you know indoor dog peeing affects 68% of dogs? You've probably tried these solutions, but they don't work. Why is your dog behaving badly? How does this work? Now, look at the amount of education that's happening. When you compare this to a typical Shopify store that has a product image, a product title, and a price, right? What's happening is when somebody watches the ad and goes to that Shopify page, you're basically just saying, this is how much the solution costs. Over here, that's not what you're saying. You're saying this is what the solution is. This is what the people are saying about the solution. This is what your dog is currently facing. This is what you've probably tried and hasn't worked. This is why your dog is a bad dog, basically. This is how our solution works. Don't take our word for it. About the what makes the product great, about our ingredients, how to use it, why vets recommend it, why we're way better than others, more testimonials, and now we'll tell you how much it costs, and then we'll also give you a money back guarantee. These are two different approaches to selling, and when you shift to this approach of selling, that's when you start making and generating real revenue online. This is what happened with Cade, right? He's never made money online before, and when he switched to a funnel, that's what he did. Now, where do we come in? Like, how, we helped Cade. Now, how are we going to help you build your own e-commerce business? Well, it's simple. What we do is we essentially find these businesses that are running these one funnel systems, okay? Where we find businesses that are running very simple ads to a transformative product in a very high passion niche, and we allow you to recreate that entire business model. In fact, what we do is we create a white label version of the same page. That's exactly right. We create the same page for you, but we switch out the copy, we switch out the text, and what we do is we find the supplier of this product from a dropshipping supplier, and we rebuild this website, but in a manner allowing you to run it as your own, because we know that this website makes a ton of sales. Why wouldn't it make a ton of sales for you, right? As you can see, on the left is Therabite. On the right is your white label version of this exact same website. And what we allow you to do is launch this website as your own, okay? And then what ends up happening is you're able to basically launch like a 6 or 7 figure business, okay? And there's a space for your logo. Everything is essentially done for you. You come in here, you download this funnel into your ShopFunnels account or into your Shopify account, you add your logo, and you don't have to change anything else if you don't want to, okay? Because everything else is built and ready to go. Then we help you create the ads, like we'll actually help you put the video ads together, and then we'll help you launch. Now, how do I know this? Because Cade's not the only person to have made money off this funnel. Tons of other students have come in. People have actually launched this exact same product using the exact same funnel, just changed up their logo and made sales, because contrary to popular belief, there is no such thing as saturation. Okay, it's all about the angles of advertising that you use to attract customers. Okay, because at the end of the day, there's millions upon millions of customers. There's no way that every dog owner has seen this particular product or this particular website. Facebook has tons of customers for everybody. But what happens is people launch similar products, but they launch it in basic Shopify stores that won't convert anyways. But if you're modeling a winning product, why not model the entire system? Not just the product, model the whole thing. Model the landing page, model the ads, model the entire customer acquisition strategy. And when you model that, you have the ability to model the result as well. And that's what white label dropshipping is about. If you want me and my team to personally help you build and launch e-commerce websites that look like this, but with your logo instead, click that first link down in the description. Get access to white label dropshipping. And Cade and myself, Cade is now part of the team helping people build and launch their e-commerce business, because he's done it. Because this was just one of his businesses. Now I don't even know what he's launching, right? He's launching tons of new products, making money, and doing e-com full time. He's literally today told me that he is doing this full time. Okay. So if this is the journey that you want to be on, again, click that first link down below. Check out white label dropshipping. And if not, hey, there's a cool product for you to go and a cool case study for you guys to learn from. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.